inputs with the key elements of operation system, we have our inputs, processes, and outputs. So when we're looking at inputs, processes, and outputs, these are some examples. So inputs could be raw materials, utility, labor, capital, information and knowledge, time. So literally anything that that is required to produce the final output. Then we have processes. So this is turning your inputs and then creating your outputs. So processes could be cutting, cleaning, ordering, packaging, serving. So literally using your inputs to create the final outputs, and then the output is obviously the final good or service. So it could be a meal, it could be jewelry, it could be a TV set, it could be a phone, it could be a house, it could be holiday information, it could be, making a bank account, it could be a medical diagnosis. So notice there that I've not just put, well, there isn't just physical and tangible outputs, there's also like intangible outputs, such as holiday information or a medical diagnosis. So something also related to like a service. Awesome. Okay, now I want you all to have a think about the key elements of a cafe's operation. So think about, a cafe. What would be their inputs? What would be their processes? And what would be their outputs? So I'm going to give everyone a minute to just have a think about this. If you want, you can write it down in your notes. So your inputs, label it inputs, processes, and outputs, and just sort of list it under each thing. Okay, hopefully everyone has had a bit of a think about the inputs, processes, and outputs of a cafe. Let's have a look. So the inputs would be, the actual employees themselves. It would be the coffee machines. It would be the milk. It would be, maybe the Java beans. It would be time as well. Processes would be actually, taking in, like pouring the milk into, I guess, the little thingy-majiggy where they froth the milk, and I can't even think of the contraption, but like yeah, I guess frothing the milk, pouring the milk, pouring the coffee into the coffee cup, pouring the milk on top of the coffee, grinding the beans, all of that. Then the output is the final coffee. So that, hopefully that made sense, but just sort of think about like what are the materials, how the business uses those materials to transform it into the outputs, and then the output should be fairly straightforward. All right.